Hey Josh, it's Logan Stout here at Perkins Motorplex in Mayfield, Kentucky. This is the headquarters of Perkins. There's our top lot up there. Gentleman walking in the front door right now, that's our sales office. This is the bottom lot. If you were to go to the end of this dead-end street that splits the two, you would see a whole bunch of service centers like this, as well as our reconditioning facilities, our photo booth, all our Mac and Jack Center, we call it, where we do lifts, wheels, tires, stuff like that on trucks. And yeah, so this is the headquarters of Perkins Motorplex. This is where it started. And this is that X3 that we have talked about a little bit today. I've driven it. It did great on a cold start. No issues there. And before I forget, because I'm going to do a walk around on it, I'm going to show you the frame first right off the bat, because I know that was one of your main questions. And very pleased with it. Of course, the way they got these things sealed up now, can't see a whole lot of the frame itself, which is a good thing because of the way they have them walled off underneath. Best way I can think to describe it. Like even like, I guess not a skid plate, but it kind of looks like it. It's just everything is nice and smooth. And certainly, you know, where those bolt connections are, you would see, you know, that's where you'd start to see your excessive rust or corrosion or whatever. And just nothing. Good look in through there. Looks great. So, very pleased there. And I drove it pretty hard. I mean, I hit the interstate and got up to speed and then some, and it is super tight, super fun to drive, as it should be. These are Continental tires, and those are probably, they're not new, but I would say they're probably 70% on the front and maybe more of a 50 to 60% on the back. Several years of driving before you'd have to do anything with any of them. But man, the wheels look good. That's always something we check on this size vehicle. Just not seeing the curb rash or the scraping or anything on them, which is honestly what I was expecting to see. All of our vehicles are used. We don't expect any of them to be perfect. You know, they're all pre-owned vehicles, but man, this is one of the, not all used vehicles are created equal. So some of them kind of sell themselves, like this one. Not a lot of rock pecks across the front. Certainly no sign of hail damage across the hood. I was looking over that. And as I walk down the passenger side, I mean, just nothing. There's a little print there, but that is just maybe from the buffing compound or maybe just some moisture on there, but that's coming off. So nothing there. I'm sure there's a ding or two on it somewhere, a scratch on it, something. Yeah, whatever that is also kind of splattered up here. So obviously that'll come off. A little dirty on the back, but no major dings, scratches, anything. So there's probably a scratch on it somewhere, a ding on it somewhere that I'm missing as I walk around it. But I've looked down the body lines both times, or both sides now twice, and just don't see anything to point out. Looks great across there. Paint looks good. Not seeing any waviness in the paint, swirlies, anything like that. Looks great. So let's go to the back here. Outside is about as good as it can possibly be. You do have the cargo cover, which is nice. You can throw it in your garage or chuck it if you want, but a lot of people leave them on there. You do have an extra set of floor mats back here, which is great. Storage under here looks good. I looked underneath. There's no spare, which there's not supposed to be one. That's what I'm saying. There is the jack and toolkit and stuff like that in there, but no spare. A lot of these vehicles now are going to that. Let's go to the back seat here. So the interior, this is 10 out of 10 on color. That's maybe my favorite color of any interior, any vehicle, is the dark brown that specifically BMW does. It is not too, as my gloves are, I'm trying to get this unlatched here, the cup holder, to show that to you as well. Hang on there. There it is. It's like a magnet that connects it, and it's a little stubborn. But of all the colors, of all the interiors and all the vehicles, the dark brown that BMW specifically does is my favorite, because it's not overbearing. It's not an orangey look. It is, yeah, it's just really well done. maybe a little blemish there on the back seat there. These do recline, the back seats do recline. You can do it forward or backwards. I had it lean back just a little bit, and of course they do fold flat as well. But everything appears to be in working order back here. You got your rear heated, your rear climate control, I should say. Seat backs with the netting's good, and really nice X3 floor mats in there. Doors look good, just cosmetically beautiful. Really nice double roof there. Making our way to the inside, you can see all your controls there for the seat, as well as your kick out there, which I love. Again, just super, super fun to drive. And this is where BMW just starts showing off like you wouldn't believe. Go through the different camera options here. Let's get back to the home screen here. Of course, I'm almost certain this one has the gesture control where you can control the volume and stuff like that just using your finger up in the air. I believe it's turned off right now, but that's maybe my biggest takeaway from these newer BMWs is how customizable they are. Everything from the way it drives, obviously your climate settings, your lighting, your display screens. I think there's 3 different home screens you can use, and each one of these is customizable, so we love that. Yeah, you can do all kinds of voice control options. The list goes on and on, but both of these displays look really good, and the mileage on it, 21,218 miles. That means it qualifies for our factory type total care warranty, which is our longest coverage. I think I texted that to you. Owner's manuals and books in there. I'm trying to see what all I missed. Cosmetically, absolutely beautiful here. Control it with the pad. Do the touchscreen if you want. Looks like just one key fob right now. We give every key fob and every floor mat that we get. So you got 2 sets of floor mats, which is great, but just one key fob right now. And I mean, we see these interiors like scraped up and scratched up even on this door closing here, and you just don't have it in this one. This thing is clean all the way through. So let me know what questions you have. Let's get the seat back here. Steering wheel's in great shape, heated steering wheel. I mean, it's loaded and super nice and smells good. Doesn't smell like smoke or anything like that. Does have the Harman Kardon sound system, which sounds unbelievable. It's got the surround settings and an equalizer that is not just bass treble and fade and balance. It's much more complex than that, so you can really engineer the sound how you want it to if you're into that sort of thing. I love that. Give you a look underneath the hood here real quick. Got to pull that twice to do that. And then I think there's no latch after you pull it twice. That's right. So again, they just think of everything. BMW is brilliant with all that they do, everything from safety to the way they drive. So super clean through there. This is another area you would see excessive rust or corrosion if we had a northern vehicle that had been in the elements a whole lot. And of course it sounds great, and no knocking, no ticking, nothing like that. Let me know what else I can do to help. I am a huge fan of this one. This is one I would be thrilled to own myself, and I'll give it a little gas so you can just hear that it's not knocking or nothing. It's great. Wound up tight like it should be. There you go. It's beautiful.